Hello students, today we will discuss about a new concept, a new topic from that kinematics, that is our relative velocity. So in the last video we discussed about the displacement time graph, velocity time graph, position time graphs, or you can say the acceleration time graph. All these things, the graph theory we have discussed. Now next we will go for this topic, that is the relative velocity. What is relative velocity? As the term itself relative means we are relating with respect to other. We are relating with respect to other. As in the beginning, I discussed that the rest and motion, what we are telling about the rest and motion, these are relative terms. You cannot say this body is at absolutely rest or this body is at absolutely in motion. Means if so like so now you are, if you see there and if I will ask you in the classroom, you are there and I am standing here, constant. If I will ask you what is my state of motion, you will say that you are at rest. But if in a broad view or a concept like that, when you see outside the surface of earth, you find I am not at rest, I am in motion. So with respect to you the observer, for you I am at rest. When you are on this classroom and I am standing here like this. But when I am in motion, you will say that yes, I am in motion. But this motion, if so, then the earth is also in motion, we are also in motion along with the earth. So my point is here, while discussing all these things, my point is that when we say about the rest and motion, they are relative. If the rest and motion are relative, then how the velocity you can say as an absolute velocity. So means when you are telling that a body is moving with a 20 meter per second in problems you are discussing, means you are telling that the body is 20 meter per second for an observer which is fixed on the earth, who is fixed on the earth for an observer. So it means to know this term relative, we need an observer and the object which is in motion or rest or like that. So there is an object and an observer. According to the observer, we express the motion and that is your relative to that observer. I think it is clear. So the general thing is that, so let me give a day-to-day life example. You are in a car and you are moving on a straight road in NH5. In this national highway, you are moving along with you are inside the car and the car is moving. When you see outside, you find that if you are moving in forward direction, in this direction, you find that trees, other a shop or what you are finding on the roadside, you find that they are moving, they appears to move backward, opposite to your motion. They appears to move opposite to your motion. But if I am standing on this road, can I say that yes, the tree is moving? No. Outside, if I am standing outside, for me, I am an observer. If I am an observer, I say that no, the tree is at rest. But for you, you will say that yes, the tree is moving opposite to my motion. Right? So that is the relative term. Similarly, if you find a side by car is moving along with you and the speed of the side by car is less than your speed, you find that the car which has a less speed compared to your speed car, your car speed, you will say that this second car is moving opposite to your motion. But if the same car, the second car, is at a higher speed than your car speed, you will say that that second car is moving along your direction of motion. It is moving forward. What in the direction you are moving, that car is also moving. So that is a relative term. Relative to you, you are explaining, yes, this is the motion, the car is in forward direction, backward direction, or the tree is at rest. So that concept gives you the relative motion. So can we write this relative motion as like that? I can say that the relative velocity or relative motion, or you can say the relative velocity of an object A with respect to another object B. Here object A, yes, is an object with respect to another object, to whom with respect to the another object means an observer. So the relative velocity of an object A, the relative velocity of an object, let me write this thing, the relative velocity of an object A with respect to an observer, I am telling this is an observer, with respect to an observer B, means, or observer means what? That is an object. You are an observer means you are an object in our physics point of view. So with respect to an observer B is the time rate of change of position, time rate of change of position, time rate of change with respect to time. What is this position changing? How is the position changing? Time rate of change of its position with respect to B, observer B. So the relative velocity of an object A with respect to an observer B is the time rate of change of position with respect to B. So here that is the term called as the relative velocity. Let us give you an example. And remember one thing, when you are finding the relative velocity with respect to the relative velocity of an observer with respect to the relative velocity of an object with respect to an observer means, in that sense we can say that the observer is at rest. We should keep the observer at rest when you are calculating all these things. When you discuss all these things, then you will get a clear idea. So with respect to this observer means that should be at a rest. Now let us consider a simple example. Let us consider there are two observers. This is the surface of Earth. Observer. There are two observers. One is the observer B, the other one is the observer C. And there is an object A. A is an object. Right? So, as we know, the object A, let us consider that the observer B and C measure the position vector of A, because in here we will about time rate of change of position means I will consider the position vector. So let us consider the observer C, the position vector of A, the position vector of A with respect to C, let us consider this as how we will take, if this is an origin, position vector is, let us consider RAC. Similarly, the position vector of A with respect to this observer B is like this, RAB. And if I say the two things again, if the position vector of B relative to the C there are two observers. So now consider this is an object for C. So this is the like this. I will show like this. This is the position vector of B with respect to C. Position vector of B with respect to C. Yes. So this is the concept. Means here consider three objects. The position vector of A with respect to C, I have noted this RAC. A with respect to RAB and B with respect to C, RBC. Now, if you see here, as this is a triangle, this is a triangle. So, in this triangle, if you say the triangle law of vector addition, if you use the triangle law of vector addition, then I can write according to triangle law of vector addition, I can write according to triangle law of vector addition. Triangle law of vector addition, RAC, which is in opposite order, that is equal to RBC plus RAB. They are in the same order and RAC is in opposite order. So RBC plus RAB is equal to RAC. What it means? Means the RAC, RBC, RAB, already you know that. What is this? RAC is the, let me write here, position vector of A with respect to C. RAB, position vector of A with respect to B. RBC, position vector of B with respect to C. That is the case, right? That is the position vector of B with respect to C. Yes, is that clear? Check this one. Okay, we have considered that the position vectors are like that. So, by using this one, differentiate both sides because the time rate of change of position or position vector, because velocity means position vector. Differentiate both sides. I want to find a relation differentiating both sides with respect to t or time t. So what do we write? dRAC by dt is equal to dRB C by dt. Differentiate both sides means each term should be differentiated or take the time derivative. The rate of change of position vector, what is this one? Rate of change of position vector, rate of change of position, rate of change of position, velocity. Rate of change of position is the, what is that? Velocity. So this I can write this as velocity of A with respect to C, that is the time rate of change of position vector, is equal to velocity B with respect to C plus velocity of A with respect to B, right? Can we write like this? AB plus BC. So what it means? That simultaneously, this says that simultaneously, now you see here, simultaneously different observers, B and C are the different observers, the different observers will record different velocities, different observers will record different velocities with a different velocity of the object A, yes or no. For B and for C, the velocity of A is different, means VAB is the velocity of A with respect to B, but VAC velocity of C, velocity of A with respect to C, velocity of A with respect to C, velocity of A with respect to B. So velocity of A with respect to C is equal to sum of these two. So means different observers simultaneously find the different velocity of A, different velocity of A. That is the relative velocity. That is the relative velocity. Clear? So after knowing this above the expression, now in this part, if consider that VAC, we can write this as a, now I will go for that. VAC, can we write this VAC is equal to, I can write this VAC, let me erase this thing. VAC is equal to, I can write here, VAC is equal to, means velocity of A with respect to C, that can be written as velocity of A with respect to earth. Earth is the important parameter. Velocity of A with respect to earth plus velocity of earth with respect to A. Sorry, C. Velocity of earth with respect to C. That is the concept of velocity of A with respect to C. Means if the observer B is located at the same position as C, then we can say that VAC is equal to velocity of A with respect to earth plus velocity of E with respect to earth with respect to E, means it is the velocity of earth with respect to C. That is the way of writing the relative concept of. This can be written as, if velocity of earth V is the velocity of earth with respect to C, but earth velocity we are not considering, C with respect to earth. So I can write this as VAC is equal to velocity of A with respect to earth minus C with respect to earth. That is very, very important. This is the velocity of earth with respect to C. If I make negative minus, then C with respect to earth. So now this earth and earth get cancelled. So we are getting this A to C. That is A to C. So that means what? VAE minus VCE means this gives you the absolute value. This gives you the absolute value. Absolute value means with respect to earth, means we can write generally VAC is equal to VA minus BC. With respect to earth means we can write like this. So it is what? The velocity of A with respect to C is equal to velocity of A, absolute velocity of A, you can say this is the means velocity of A with respect to earth, means there is an observer which is fixed to the earth, minus velocity of C with respect to earth. Okay, so that is the difference of these two velocities. Similarly, if you say velocity of A with respect to B, velocity of A with respect to B, means in that case what you will write, velocity of A with respect to earth minus velocity of B with respect to earth. So here there is a earth term is there, no need to write this E, means it is with respect to earth. So that is the concept of your relative velocity. Got it? So in this way we can find the relative velocity concept. Okay? So after knowing this relative concept, so I can write this as the velocity of an object with respect to an observer, velocity, relative velocity of an object with respect to an observer, object with respect to an observer is equal to velocity of the object minus velocity of the observer. This is a general formula for any two bodies moving. That is the definition gives us. Okay, so velocity of object minus velocity of object. So this is called the relative velocity. Relative velocity of the object with respect to observer. Clear? So let me erase this part, then we will go for the next portion. Now come to the examples like that. We will discuss about graphically and we will write in all what we have discussed. Let us consider when the two objects move with equal velocities. When the two objects move with equal velocities and in the same straight line. In the same straight line. Means in the same direction. Two bodies are moving with equal velocity in the same direction. So let us the two bodies are moving with velocity, one is v1, the other one is suppose v2. So next we will go for the same case. So let us consider the two bodies v1 and v2 moving along the same direction with velocities v1 and v2 in the same direction. So as you know, the relative velocity of 1 with respect to 2 is equal to what we have discussed right now. Velocity of object 1 with respect to 2 means what we will write. The velocity of 1 with respect to 2 means that will be v1 minus v2. v1 minus v2. That is the formula we got. So if they are moving with same velocity means in this case your v1 is equal to v2. Both are the same velocity. So the relative velocity of 1 with respect to 2 is equal to what? 0. I am considering only the magnitude part. If I consider the relative velocity of 1 with respect to 2 is 0. Similarly, if you say velocity of 2 with respect to 1, 2 with respect to 1 means v2 velocity minus velocity of 1, 2 with respect to earth minus 1 with respect to earth. It meaning is like that. So in that case, when both are the same, if this is the 2, then v21 the magnitude is equal to 0 or this is a null vector. If you take a vector, so this v2 is equal to 0. Means two trains moving parallel to each other with same velocity, they appear stationary to each other. There is no relative velocity, they appear stationary. These are the two bodies moving with same velocity in the same direction, then they appear stationary to each other. You observe that. You might have observed this thing. So if you show this, suppose these are the two bodies, so the velocity time graph if I plot, position and time graph, or the distance or displacement time graph, then let the body starts from a point, so this is the position, changes with a velocity time graph, so the position time graph for the object A. So let this is the for object 1. So now consider this is the object 2, that is also start from another point, that is the object 2. So this appears what? The relative velocity is constant means they are parallel to each other. This is the position time graph. Already know that position time graph. The slope of this position time graph will give you the velocity. So they are moving, this is moving with a velocity v1, this is also moving with a velocity v2. So this is the velocity v1 moving with velocity, this is the velocity v2 of this one, and the position time graph, let this is the first body starts from a position x1, second body starts a position x2, this is the origin. At time t is equal to 0, the position of 1 is at x1, the position of 2 is at x2. But as the time passes, the position increases v1 for object 1 and object 2 also increases, but the relative velocity if you find, if they are of same velocity, you will find magnitude of these two are same and they are moving in the same direction, you will find that there is no relative velocity. It means that two objects stay at constant distance apart during the whole journey. In this case, the position time graphs of two objects are parallel straight lines. Okay. So next we will go for if the velocities are different. So this is the case. Okay. Now suppose one object moving with velocity v1, the other one is moving with velocity v2, and the relative velocity of 1 with respect to 2 is equal to, as for your formula, v1 minus v2. So if I consider the magnitude part, let us take this magnitude v12 is equal to v1 minus v2, because they are in the same direction, that is v1 minus v2 case. Clear? In that case, when the velocity of v1 is greater than v2, so here the velocity of 1 is greater than velocity of 2. So here v1 is greater than v2. Means if you show the position time graph, let us consider this case, t and position. For the first body, the velocity is greater. Velocity is greater means the slope for a faster object, the slope will be what? Larger. For larger slope, the slope of the position time. Suppose this is the first body. It starts from the point x1 at time t is equal to 0. This is the first object, and its velocity increases, position increases like that, and the slope of this one will give you the velocity of this body A. But velocity of 1 is greater than velocity of 2. So it means the second body has starts from the point suppose x2, and its velocity is like this. So in which case the slope is greater. See here, check this one. This is the second one. This is the slope. This is the first one. This is the slope. Theta 1, theta 2. Which one is greater slope? 1 has greater slope. 2 has a smaller slope. So the velocity of 1 is greater than 2. So if they are like this, then they will meet at a point. So that is the point. So this shows that the separation between the two objects, moving objects, will go on decreasing. The separation between the two objects goes on decreasing. The separation of the two objects goes on decreasing with time. After some time, the two moving objects will meet, and then the object moving with velocity v1, that is the faster, will move more and more to the left of slow moving object, right? To the slow moving object. So it will go to the left of the slow moving object. If this is the case, now see this, v1 is greater than v2, so it will go faster, so it is slower. So suppose it is at a position greater than this one, started, its position is greater than this one, means it is greater than, then v1, the position increases, then the object 1 will cross at a point, the separation goes on decreasing, right? So this is the object 2, this is the object 1, like this, object 2, object 1. So the object 2 is moving, object 1, its velocity is more, so it will go like that, the separation goes on decreasing, it is also moving, but at a certain point they will meet, then after that this will pass out, and it will go back like that. So 2 comes back, again is more. So this is the relative velocity of the two objects. Now, if the next case is that if the two bodies are moving with different velocity in opposite direction, in that case what I will do? v1, the second one is moving with a velocity v2. The second one is moving with a velocity v2 in opposite direction. So the 1 and 2 move parallel straight lines in the opposite direction. Then the relative velocity of 1 with respect to 2. The relative velocity of 1 with respect to 2 is equal to what we have to do. So to do that, what we will say, that formula is v1 minus v2. That is the general formula. But are they in the same direction? No. It means your v2 is equal to, so v2, the direction of v2 is opposite direction, opposite directed, opposite to A. v2 means v2, B means v2, the B is opposite directed to A. They are in opposite direction. So in that case, what I will write here, in this case, we will take like this, v12 is equal to v1 minus v2, but as for the direction part, v1 minus, yes, but v2, to make that in the same direction, I have to write this as minus v2, means I have to make like this, that is your minus v2. If v1 is this one, if I will consider this origin, this is minus v2. Now both are in the same direction. Now use this formula. v1 with respect to 2, that is v1 minus v2, but v1 minus, what is v2 here? v2 is minus v2, because originally v2 is given this direction. That is the concept. Similarly, in the same question, now understand this thing carefully. In the same question, suppose it is given, in the same question, again I am repeating this thing. So this is the velocity of 1, v1, and this is the velocity of 2, v2, opposite. Velocity of 2 with respect to 1, what we will do? So 2 with respect to 1 means 1 is the observer, 2 is the body. So 2 with respect to 1 means what we will do here, with respect to 1 means I have to make this 1 at rest. I will make this 1 as a rest. So my concept is when you are calculating the relative velocity means both should be in the same direction, to make both in the same direction, or to make 2 with respect to 1 means 1 is an observer, 2 is the object. So in that case what I have to do, I have to make this V1 in the same direction. So if this is the case, so I have to apply this as I will make this V1 along the direction of V2 because I am calculating 2 with respect to 1. So this is your minus V1. So now V2 with respect to 1 means V2 minus of minus V1. V2 minus of, right, V2 with respect to 1. Okay. So this is the V2 plus V1. We can write this is a V2, right. So in this way V2 plus V1, right. So this is the case of writing the relative velocity. Clear? Is that clear? So when you are calculating the relative velocity of one with respect to other, so in this case also you can make 2 along the direction of 1. So in that case you can make that 2 with respect to 1. That is up to you. Clear? After knowing all these things, okay, after knowing all these things, now we will go for an example that is called as the rain and man problem case. So before we solve this one, let us solve some other parts, other case like that. If they are moving in a plane, 2 bodies, here we are considering about the in the same direction. So my concept is 1 with respect to 2 means V1 minus V2. With respect to whom you are calculating, with respect to the observer means the observer should be at rest. To make the observer at rest, we have to apply a negative velocity to that. Then you will get the result. So that is a notation basis we have done. So let us consider 2 bodies are moving in a plane, means they are not in one direction. So let this is the velocity of A and this is the velocity of B, and they make an angle theta. They are moving with an angle theta. Okay. So these are the motion of the 2 bodies. Okay. And they are at an angle theta. So B and VB are the velocities and making angle theta with each other. Now I will ask you, what is the relative velocity of A with respect to B? Relative velocity of A with respect to B means, what I have to do with respect to B means, I cannot make this B along this direction of A. It is already in the same direction, in the other direction, because they are in the parallel case, you can make it a same direction. They can make in same direction. In this case, with respect to B means I have to keep this body B at rest. To make this body B at rest means if I apply another negative velocity on this point, that is minus BB, then the body B is at rest, it will come to O. The simple concept. It is moving along this line VB, I have applied minus BB. Okay. So after getting this minus BB, then what I will get here? There are 2 cases. Okay. So A with respect to B means, according to your formula, A minus BB, A minus BB. So I can I write like this? The subtraction means I can write BA minus of, plus of minus BB. So what I make this minus BB. Now this is a parallelogram. Now this is a parallelogram. Complete this parallelogram. There are 2 vectors at the 2 sides of the parallelogram, and this will be the relative velocity. This will be the resultant. This will be the resultant. What is this resultant? VA and minus VB are the 2 vectors. Sum of the 2 vectors is this resultant. So I will say this is the velocity of A with respect to B. So if so, then what will be this angle? This must be 180 minus theta. This will be 180 minus theta. So now you will already know that how to find the magnitude and all these things of this V. And if this makes an angle beta, if this makes an angle beta with A, then what is this beta also you can calculate by using the parallelogram law. Now use the parallelogram law. What is the magnitude of A? VAB. Magnitude of VAB is equal to what that? Square root of magnitude of A, VA square, magnitude of B minus VB means VB square, plus 2 into magnitude of A, magnitude of B, velocity, magnitude, then cos of 180 minus theta. So this is equal to VAB, magnitude equal to VA square plus VB square minus 2VAVB, 2VAVB, isn't it? Minus 2VAVB cos theta, cos 180 minus theta minus cos theta. This is the formula. A with respect to B. That is the magnitude part. Already you know that. Clear? Then what is the direction of VAB? That is beta in the parallelogram. Direction of VAB, how will find? Tan beta. Tan beta is equal to what is the formula? If it makes an angle A with respect to A, then what is the formula? Tell me. What is that? A means first I will take VB sin 180 minus theta, angle between A and B. This A and minus VB, VA minus VB, 180 minus theta by, are you getting or not? Or recall the formula? VA plus VB cos 180 minus theta. Right? So if you solve this one, what is this will? VA sin 180 minus theta, sin theta. VA plus VB cos 180 minus theta minus cos theta, minus cos theta. So this is the angle. So beta is equal to, you can say, beta is equal to tan inverse VA sin theta divided by VA minus VB cos theta. This is the case for the relative velocity if they are moving in a plane. If they are moving in a plane. Similarly, if you find the relative velocity of B with respect to A, take this as a homework. Find the relative velocity of B with respect to A. In this case, find the relative velocity of B with respect to A. What will be this one? B with respect to A. So what we will do here? B with respect to A means here the change, I am giving you hints, then you will get the other parts. Yes, this is VA, VB, clear? Yes, VA, and this is VB, it is given to you. But it is asked B with respect to A. With respect to A means A should be at rest. This is minus VA. So now complete, this is the parallelogram. What is the relative velocity means? This one. B with respect to A. This is the B with respect to A, that you have to calculate. So what you will get? You will get the same thing. The magnitude will be this one and the direction will be, that is the, for direction part what you will get? The direction will be VB sin theta divided by VA minus VB cos theta. Clear? So this is this clear? No, this is same. Okay, VB, B, yes, I have made that. VB, right? So here also you will get this same thing, VB sin theta by VA minus VB cos theta. You will solve this one, you will get the same thing. Special case. If I make the relative velocity case, if the two bodies are moving perpendicular to each other, that is VA, this is VB, and they are perpendicular. So what is the relative velocity of A with respect to B? Magnitude 180, this is 180, 90, angle is theta is 90, so this is equal to VA square plus VB square. What is beta? Tan inverse 90 means VB 1 divided by VA cos VB cos 90. Cos 90 means what? 0. So VB by VA. So this is the case of special case. Then the angle is 90 degree. So this is about the relative velocity in a plane. By using this, we will go for our day-to-day life, use that, the rainfall. The rain is falling vertically. And if you are moving with a velocity, and the rain is falling vertically, then there is a relative velocity between the rain and man. That is called the rain and man problem. The relative velocity on rain and man problem. Let us do that very fast. Okay, now consider the rain is falling vertically like this. Velocity of rain. Vertically, rain is not falling with some angle, it is always falling vertically. So this is the rain. Suppose the rain falls vertically downward with a velocity v1, and the man is moving with a velocity vm, and the man is moving with a velocity vm like this. Velocity of man. The man is moving in this direction, and the rain is falling like this. Okay. So in this concept, man is moving horizontally with a velocity vm. The relative velocity of rain with respect to man, how we will find out? The relative velocity of rain with respect to man, means velocity of rain minus velocity of man, as per your formula. So this means this is the velocity of rain with respect to earth, this is the velocity of man with respect to earth. So to make that rain with respect to man means I can make this as a velocity of rain plus of minus of velocity of man. That is the relative velocity of rain with respect to man. So to make that, what I have to do? I have to make that, yes, I have to make that if the man is along this direction and the rain is falling like this, I have to make this as a minus Bm. I have given, this is your homework. So what is the resultant of these two? Vr and minus Bm are the two vectors. Consider this is one vector. Don't bother about minus or plus whatever. This is a vector, this is a vector. There are two vectors acting like this. Then what is the resultant? Means what we will do here. So we can make this as a, or the rain, you can show like this. There is a doubt in your mind, I got it. How can we make this as a parallelogram law? Rain is falling, it is falling means the direction I can show like this. So now it is clear. These are the two. Then in that case, if you make this as a parallelogram, then this is the velocity of rain with respect to man. Rain with respect to man. Now it is a parallelogram. In this case, you are confusing. One vector is like this, the other vector is like this. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, or you can make this use a triangle law. Vr, Bm, same direction. So you can make the triangle law. This will be the resultant like this, right? Okay, not like this. This will be the resultant like this. You can say this is also rain with respect to man. Both are same thing. They two are parallel. These two are parallel. That is the concept. You can show this one or this one. So you can think that yes, this is the ground and how this possible. Yes, this is possible. If the ground is not there, the rain will go like this, and this will give the velocity. So it is perpendicular case. Already you have solved this one. I will not go for this one. The rain with respect to me, the angle between this Vr and Bm, 90. Then what is the magnitude of Vr rain with respect to man? Vr square plus Bm square, square root. This is the rain with respect to man. Clear? If this makes an angle, if the rain with respect to man, this relative velocity makes an angle theta. If this makes an angle theta, means this makes an angle theta with this one, vertical, means like this. So let us consider this is angle theta. This makes an angle theta. Here this is the case, this angle is theta. Because the rain is falling like this, the man is here, the man is moving like this, the rain is falling like this. So I will to take this theta better to understand, because if the rain is falling like that and the man is suppose going like this, So for this man, the relative velocity of rain with respect to man is what? In this direction. In this direction. So let this is theta. So if this is theta, then what is the tan theta or beta, or you can say that we are taking that is beta. So what you will take this beta as? So this means tan theta is equal to, in this case, tan theta is equal to, what you will take? Tan theta is equal to velocity of main by velocity of rain. You the curve main sine 90 by rain, velocity of rain minus plus velocity of main cos 90 0, so that will be 0. Already have derived this thing. Or theta is equal to tan inverse v velocity of main by velocity of rain. This is the formula. So it means what? I have to keep, so this is the magnitude and we will get that one. Means the man is moving like this, the rain is falling like this, but for this man, the rain, so in this case, now we go for this one. Now I am moving along this direction. Yes, minus Vm. So in this part, if the man is moving like this, rain is falling like this, so this is the minus velocity, then the relative velocity of rain with respect to man is like this. But the man is not in this direction, actually the man is in this direction. When you are solving, you are getting this part. So the rain means the rain is falling like this. To this shift parallel, so the rain is falling like this. This is the rain falling parallel to this one. Means he should hold his umbrella in what? The umbrella should be along this. So he should hold the umbrella. This is the umbrella position. Because the rain is falling like this. Not this one. This is not the main position. The man is moving along this direction. But to calculate, we are making this minus Vm. That is the case. Okay. So in this way, you can calculate. Okay. The rain and man problem. So in this means, we can say that the man to hold the umbrella at an angle what? Tan inverse Vm by Vr with the vertical. This is the vertical line. This is the angle. So the man should hold the umbrella with an angle of this much, tan inverse Vm by Vr, to save himself from the wetting or the rainfall on his body. So he should save himself from wetting. So this is about the rain and main problem. Okay students, go through this video, and this is very important while discussing graphically, and also we have discussed the relative velocity graphically and also for your numerically, or you can derivation part, you can go for this derivation, how to derive this relative velocity. Okay students.